What's up, motherfuckers?
Welcome back to the most entertaining
music channel
on YouTube.
So one of my most popular songs was To The Choppa, which came out in 2019, I think. So for my album, in the song 10,012, I decided to do the same technique, and it's something so fucking simple. Alright, so the part that we're gonna focus on is this one here. Fuck. Do not buy this fucking laptop. So the way I started it was with this sample here. Now this sample is going through some effects. What's mostly changing the sound is this diode distortion. There's a lot of EQing, and all of this obviously very specific to my song. Some Saturn II with some interesting presets, and I moved around these different bands, and I'm just saturating the fuck out of the sound, really. Just more EQing and finding frequencies I didn't like. All right, so here's the technique. I grabbed the sounds and I created an automation clip, and instead of having the sound, being sustained like this, can you fucking stop glitching? All right, I'm gonna consolidate it. Taking this volume automation clip that you created and just making sort of like a gate with it, right? A bunch of little teeth, and what's gonna happen, it's gonna sound like this now. Let me fucking consolidate it. Okay, and then the next part of the technique is layering. Okay, so this is called zero crossing, and a wave goes across both sides. So now we're gonna think about a fucking speaker cone, and that's the part of the speaker that vibrates. What the fuck is going on is that the speaker's vibrating in the shape of the wave. That being said, when I layer all those fucking sounds on top of each other, is that it's creating a new type of wave. This wave looked like this, then I layer something else, the wave starts looking more like this or something, right? And let's say I layer another sound on top of it. Oh shit, now the layer starts looking more like this. That's a shitty wave. My point is, the wave ultimately can't be anything else but a single wave that goes back and forth. So when I'm layering it, it kind of is just creating a new sound. It's like designing some new sound just by layering. I try to also keep in mind the low and high and mid frequencies when I'm layering. I don't want to have too many of one in there. Like I'm conscious about the mix, but that's it. So knowing that, when you layer it, even slight movements like this, like moving this a little bit more that way or a little bit more this way, will give you different results since you're gonna be layering it with so many sounds. Mine looks like this, a little bit of a slower attack and a quick decay. Then I've layered it with this saw sound because I wanted to have like a little bit more like stereo. Then you have the sub, then you have this other 808 that I pretty much grabbed, that's honestly just using like such a small little part. It's probably that much of that sound that's really going through. Then we have like this one, which is the little end of another sample. Then you have this other sample, right? But it's just the beginning. As you can see, it's just a little tiny piece of it. Another little sound. This is from my song called Tinted Noise, that it's a song I made in 2012. So in case you didn't know, every single one of these songs on my EP/album, I call it an album, I call it EP, I call it whatever the fuck I want. I based it on each year that CRWTH has existed. So this is based on 2012. And then finally you have this higher pitch one that comes in at the second part of the first drop, which is that, but I'm only using a little tiny little piece of it. That just makes it, so much cooler. I'll play it all together in just 1 second. I'll consolidate everything. The most important part of all this layering is this one here, which this one's not even sidechaining or anything. It's going straight to the master. And I felt like without this, it sounded kind of whack, and you can really tell the difference when we hear the first drop. Whack as fuck. But as soon as I put this transient, it added exactly what I needed for it to be like cooler, So this little sound is super important. As far as the effects, you don't need to know exactly, I wouldn't really go with these exact parameters. I used to think that it's very important to have the exact fucking parameters, but honestly, it's all about experimenting and finding your own sound. As long as you kind of have an idea of what each module is doing to the sound, you should be okay to experiment however you want. That's really how you're gonna come up with original sounds. You don't wanna sound like other people. Trust me, you wanna be yourself, because you are unique. Nobody else has had your life experiences. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this and you learned something. If you did, leave a like, and if you have any feedback for future videos, just leave a comment. I'm gonna be reading it. I am super fucking happy we got to 40,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna be uploading so much more often. Now that I'm out of the fucking hell that I was living in, now I can happily make these videos and share my knowledge with you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you want to support the channel and all future videos and music, check out these micro packs on my website. I pretty much made Lego sound pieces of all my new songs, so you can own the sounds to your favorite songs of the EP. So super top producers know how to straight up pull sounds from original mixes, so I figured I could delete all that work for you and just straight up give you my sounds. The goal is to share my energy and contribute to a new generation of music, which is you guys. All right, that's it. Much love. See you soon.